first off, I'm so glad I got to talk to him, Coach Peichel, and thanking him for playing this game. This is really, really cool for our program. We all know the big schools in the state, and Rutgers probably the biggest one. And we're a small guy, and that he would bring us up here and give us this opportunity just says the type of man that he is. So I'm thankful that we got to do this. The next part is, you're getting ready to play them, and one of their young guys hasn't been playing. And then Ricky told me this morning early, hey, I think the young fella's playing. And I wanted him to play, okay? And this wasn't, I told the Big Ten Network yesterday, this wasn't I want him to play, put it up on the board. I love college basketball. This kid is one of the best to do it in college from what everybody's telling me. I only saw him play a little bit. And it's amazing that he's that talented as a young kid. And, it's cool that he's at Rutgers. I watched him last year when he played against Camden and scored 50 and was like, wow, how is this kid that good at that age? So I was glad that he played in the game. It definitely changed it. And then for a young man to not be playing and then they run the first play for him and he hits a corner three to start the game, of course that was going to happen against us today. But I'm proud of my kids. We battled. They got away from us a little bit. The bodies are just so big in the Big Ten. So we're 0-2 against the Big Ten this year. But my young fellow over here showed that we got guys that can play too. I know Coach Peichel said some nice things to me. So we're 0-3, 0-4, but we got a nice club, and we're going to be fine when this is all said and done.
Hey, King. Despite the loss, Abdi had a really special night. How soon did you realize that he was gonna be on fire that way, and that he could carry your team through the second half when maybe Rutgers was letting up a little bit?
Here's what you got to understand about Abdi. I've seen him do this all the time. Okay, this wasn't something like, oh my goodness, Abdi's hitting shots. When Abdi misses, that's when we're surprised. Okay, people don't know he's had an injury too. He has a groin injury right now. Most people wouldn't be playing. But he's a basketball junkie. I already told him he's not practicing tomorrow. He's not practicing Sunday because he really has an injury. But he's a basketball kid from a really good family that all he wants to do is make his family proud and just hoop. And we're lucky to have him. He showed you tonight. He can really, really get it going. But he showed me that every single day, okay? That he missed some tonight was surprising. The open ones that he just missed, that doesn't happen very often. And for him to break the record against Rutgers, who Coach Peichel and I know Jay are great defensive minds, for him to break the record, our school record that stood a long, long time. I think the former coach had it, Coach Calloway. Micah Seaborn hit 9 a long time ago, and Abdi broke it tonight. So that's a pretty cool thing, pretty cool milestone for my man.
Now that you've had a chance to see him, what impressed you the most about Ace Bailey?
Well, first, I have a young man, Jarrett Valencia, okay? He's 6'9", 6'10", 7'3" wingspan, but when you walked in, Ace is obviously bigger, okay? That he looks like a kid that's going to play in the pros. Jarrett's very slim, okay? So that was the first thing that caught my eye. It's like, whoa, man, he's obviously gotten bigger since he's been here. And, guys, they don't got one. They got two. Let's not. I got back and forth with Rick Callahan, who it was his scout, and I don't call kids pros. I don't do that type of stuff, but I know Ron Harper, his other son made it, and this young man is, wow. Like, it's just amazing. He's a true point guard at 6'5", and the way he can handle it and change directions, you can't stay in front of him. That's why I think he's gonna do a lot of good things in this game. Both of those young men. But then when you bring Zach Martini, okay, we tried to recruit Zach out of high school. He went to Princeton. All of us will probably be working for him someday, okay? And then Jordan, all right? Jordan worked out with our guys in the summertime when my son played for us. Love that kid, okay? Love him. He's so tough, and he's skilled. He doesn't care, and he's a point guard that isn't going to shoot a lot of shots. But he's such a winner, he wins games. All right, and there used to be this kid from Binghamton that went to North Carolina that couldn't shoot, and he led his team to a Final Four. Okay? So if you're a point guard and you're a winner like Jordan is, he can lead this team to a lot of places. Okay? And how good he is on defense. I knew he was good on defense, but I didn't know he was that good. He's like Jack Collins out there just reading anything we were doing, getting in the way when his man's all the way out of the way. We kept getting him out of the way. He ends up right where the ball is anyways, getting his hands, stealing balls. So hats off to them. I'm a fan of Coach Pikel's, and I'm a fan of their team now. And I just found out now I'm 1-2 against Rutgers. So we did clip them before. They got us on that crazy shot in our building, and now they got us again. So, and they beat us in the scrimmage that was behind closed doors when Coach Pikel first came here.
What's it like for you to set the program record and to do it in this environment where we can't remember a visiting player scoring 38 points?
Yeah, I wish I would have came with a win, but it was pretty cool. I didn't know what the record was. I didn't know that I set the record. I was just hooping out there, just playing the game that I grew up loving. But yeah, I put a lot of work into my game, my skill. As you can see, I'm not like freaky athletic, 250 pounds, running through everybody. I gotta manipulate the defense, attack different angles. So I'm more of a smarter basketball player than like the physical basketball player. So that way I can get my shot off. And I'm at the top of the scouting reports now. So it's not like I'm just like a freshman last year where I could just come in and nobody knew who I was. And yeah, I'm putting a lot of work in my game. I'm confident. It's it's up and down, but yeah, my coaches, they instill confidence in me every day. Coach Rice, sometimes he tells me to shoot the craziest stuff. That just goes to show how much he believes in me, how much he trusts me. He believes in me more than I believe in myself. And yeah, I believe in my teammates. They give me open shots, and yeah, I'm just trying to represent my family, trying to represent my country. And yeah, I feel like I did all right tonight, but we're gonna bounce back.
Kane, you've had some great scorers over the years, and especially last year after what you had to replace when your son graduated. What did you see from Abdi on the Italy trip and then the first few games this year that suggested that he could be next in line?
Well, guys, we thought it when we got him, okay? And we were fortunate that – and him and Xander became great friends, okay? He probably talks to Alexander more than I do. Being in Greece, because I'll come in and haven't heard from Xander. He'll tell me things that's going on with him. So I think he had Xander to show him the way a little bit. And what I have to remind Abdi is last year Alexander was a fifth-year senior that had already been in through 4 years. And then he came home and played for his father and averaged 20. Okay, Abdi was a freshman. Okay, and he said now he's at the top of the scouting report. It's a whole different thing. So now he does this in this building. That's just showing people, okay? What it really does is it's going to get him recruited more, okay? But what it's really going to do, it's going to ensure that his family gets taken care of because he can play basketball, okay? And he always tells me, no, Coach, I'm not leaving you. I'm going to be with you. But when you get 38 at Rutgers in your fourth game as a sophomore, and we're in this new college basketball world, we got to understand what this is going to mean. And no one could be happier for a person than I am for him with what he's did tonight, just to put the world on notice. I already knew what he could do. Okay, he's going to have more nights like this. He's going to have nights where he doesn't miss those couple of open ones. Okay, and when we don't have to play all bye games, we're going to be a tough out for some of the teams that are like us.
First 4 games, you've played Rutgers, you've played Michigan State. Despite the record, what positives can you take away from this group? Tonight,
we battled, okay? And we played Tempo the other night, last Saturday, Friday, and I told my team, I said, since I've been the coach, I never had a team not try like we did against Temple. And I was crushed, okay? And we had to regroup quickly, and all we've been talking about, then we went out to Northern, had to repay them because they came to our spot last year. That was probably bad scheduling, getting out there and then having Rutgers right after. So we're what I can take is we always have scheduled hard. This year we've had to play more games for budgetary reasons. But but I got tough kids. I always keep my head up, okay? This is what we do. And if I coach them the right way and keep their confidence high, which is what I'm supposed to do, okay, by telling them I love them, telling them how much I care about them, telling them that it's just us, okay? I don't worry about the outside noise that they talk about me, okay? I got you guys. And I don't care if we lose 2 more, 3 more, it doesn't matter. I got these kids. I brought them here, and we will start winning games. Okay, like I said, this year's schedule was harder than any other one, but this year we had to do this. Most years I didn't have to schedule like that. I just did. This year we had to for budget, and I'm thankful for all the coaches that said yes and are bringing our team in, even though it might get a little bumpy for a little while, all right? This one wasn't as bumpy as I thought it could get, but we still got to go to Wichita. We still got Auburn. We still got to go see my buddy Shah, okay? So we got some bumps, turbulence, so put your seatbelts on.
Abdi, I was there last Friday. Not a good game. What was the difference tonight? And did you ever think that you would be the kind of like in the press box where we didn't expect to be talking about you, but we were. At one point you were 8 of 12 from 3. So what was the difference between last Friday, this Friday, and did you ever imagine that you would have a night like this?
To answer the first one, last Friday, I kind of just let my missed shots get to me. You know what I mean? It just messed with my head a little bit, so I wasn't giving as much effort as I could in everything else. You know what I mean? Because I could do more than just shoot the ball. You know, I'm a good passer. I could talk on defense. You know, rebound, do other things that I should be doing when I'm not making shots. You know what I mean? So, yeah, last Friday, I take the blame for that loss, even though Coach Rice is gonna say it's his fault. You know, but I'm the pioneer. You know, so when I get going or when I am down, everybody else is gonna reflect off that, regardless of what it is. You know, so. Yeah, so last Friday I put my team in a tough spot, and we didn't try out there. So, yeah, but we had some tough talks. We had some meetings and stuff. I watched a lot of the film, and yeah, I mean, my first couple games and stuff, my percentages aren't like nothing crazy, you know what I mean? But like I have the confidence in myself that I'm one of the best shooters in the nation, one of the best scorers in the nation. You know, I tell myself that every single day, and I work on all these shots every single day. You know, so. Yeah, all it takes is for me to see is 1 or 2 go in, and then, you know, like I can get hot quickly. But to do it in this arena is real special. You know, but to have people like Coach Rice by my side and just uplifting me all the time, even when I do the most wildest stuff, you know, he's always had my back. He's like a father figure to me, you know. So I needed him more than he needed me, you know. So I appreciate everybody on the staff, especially him.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Who y'all got in the fight tonight? Tyson or Jake Paul? Who's winning?